Hi all, welcome aboard Marji Bee. It's now Sunday afternoon, the sun is shining, the river is looking beautiful, and we are going to head off for a week on the river, or Sunday through. We're going to be back on Friday, so we've got 5 nights away. So I'm really looking forward to it. We're heading downstream, we're going to head down through Oxford, probably as far as Abingdon or maybe Clifton Hampden, depends on how the mood takes us. And then we will slowly make our way back up for next Friday. So hope you enjoy joining us, and we'll see you soon. So as another trip beckons, we get Marji Bee ready. We're taking the paddleboard with us this time, so that's pumped up and we'll be towing that behind us. And we get all the bits and pieces on, clothes and our toolbox, food, everything we're going to need for a week away. And off we go. We do our usual spin around in front of the Trout Inn and head off downstream, which we haven't done for a while. There we go. Woo! Downstream. Woo! The first landmark that we get to on our way downstream is 10-foot bridge. There's a number of these wooden bridges, just footbridges across the Thames up and down, because there's not that many road crossings and pedestrians always wanted to get across as well. So it kind of, on our way home, it signifies that we're nearly home. But today it's telling us that we're just on our way. In my videos, I'm now going to start dropping in little facts about the Thames, because I have this wonderful book called I Never Knew That About the River Thames. So I'm going to get the ball rolling now as we're at Shiford. And it consists now of a farm, cottage and a church in a field by the river. Here in this field, in AD 890, King Alfred held the first recorded English Parliament. There you go. I never knew that about the Thames. I guess that's what you've done. At the beginning of the boating season, the reach below Shiford was blocked with a lot of falling trees, but as you can see here, the Environment Agency have been up and cut an awful lot of trees back. There were some really thick trunks that had come across the river and all but made it impassable, but if anyone's thinking of heading up there now, it's all good, it's all clear. Day one was a pretty short cruise for us. It doesn't take long for us to get down to Newbridge, only around an hour. But we just wanted to get away and get us moving. Yeah. And Newbridge is a lovely place to stop. The Newbridge itself is actually the second oldest bridge over the River Thames, and is called by virtue of the fact that it was newer than the old Radcott Bridge upstream. It was built in 1250. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the 13th century, and it says the 14th century on this board here. We had a very nice meal at the Rose Revived, accompanied with a glass or two of our favourite cider, obviously. Before we retired back to Marji Bee to watch the football. It was England's first game in the Euros, so we were duty bound to watch it. make do with watching it all on my phone, but I would say that not everybody aboard was bothered about the football.
Okay.
Jude Bellingham giving England the early lead.
Yay.
We woke to a glorious sunny morning in Newbridge, and whilst Petra took the boys for a walk, I think she headed upstream towards Shifford, I got Marji Bee ready for the day ahead.
Good morning. It's a beautiful morning here at Newbridge. We had a great night last night at the meal at the Rose Revive yesterday evening, and then watched the football on my phone. They didn't have the football on in the pub, so I had to watch it on my phone on board Marji Bee. Well done, England. But we're going to be having breakfast shortly. It's a bit of a late start. It's 8:30 in the morning at the moment. We're going to have a bit of breakfast, then we're going to head off downstream towards Oxford. I think we're going to maybe stop off there and have a wander around Oxford and have a little wander around and see what it has to offer.
Good boys. Good boys.
Nice walk.
You only get very far. Eddie's being very stubborn.
Come on, Parker, in you get.
Parker.
Morning. Hi.
We were very fortunate at Northmoor Lock, because just as we were about to pull into the lock landing, the gates swung open. The lock was full because of the canal boat that had just come through. So very appreciative of the lock keeper to spot us and open the gates back up for us. and this is us approaching Pink Hill Lock, which is one of my favourite locks on the whole of the Thames. It's remote, it's quiet, it's uniquely picturesque, and it has a wonderfully friendly lockkeeper as well. So we always enjoy coming through this lock. And this is Swinford Bridge, built in 1767 at the request of George III, who had fallen into the water whilst using the ferry. In gratitude, the King passed an Act of Parliament granting the Earl his, quote, heirs and assigns, the income from the tolls, and, this is the nub, tax-free forever. Not a bad gig if you can get it, eh? And when we got to Eynsham Lock, we decided to, instead of wander into Oxford, we thought it'd be quite nice to wander into Eynsham itself, because we've motored past here a number of times, but it's only a 20-minute walk or so into Eynsham from the lock. And thought it'd be quite nice to have a little look around and maybe have a bite to eat there as well. And is anyone keeping a tally of our Aspel cider shots? I'm not, but we are not sponsored, and drink responsibly, folks. Thanks very much. Have a good day. Cheers. And here we are at Godstow Lock, which, as you travel downstream on the Thames, is the first of the hydraulic locks. So Petra gets the benefit of pressing buttons rather than running around the locks and heaving the gates open and closed. And as we'd stopped at Eynsham and had a wander around there rather than walking around Oxford as we'd originally planned, we thought we'd stop off before we went through Oxford at Binsey. We've overnighted on the moorings outside the Perch Inn pub a couple of times before now, and it's a lovely spot. So we elected to stop there for the night. And dinner was pizzas from the place next to Bossom's Boatyard. Eat there if you get the chance. And I indulged in a little spot of fishing as well, and this little pike put a bend in the rod and put a smile on my face. So that's it for part one of our first summer week away on Marji Bee. Stay tuned for parts 2 and 3, which will be coming out shortly. We hope you enjoy them.